On the 20th March 2020, the federal government of Nigeria directed all schools to close immediately as a precautionary step aimed at preventing the spread of COVID-19, which has become a global threat. While some schools have finished their second-term examinations, some are yet to complete the term. While speaking with me on how the school fared during the lockdown, a school principal, Joy Otuechere, says the school moved to online learning platform. However, the greater part of learners from poor and low-income homes were at a disadvantage as they have limited or no access to alternative learning platforms.
We had to deploy online platforms. Some teachers were learning how to use these platforms effectively. The students were also learning, and some of the parents too were not used to these platforms, so they were also learning how to use it. So we had problems, there as they were all struggling with technological difficulties as well as coping with the challenges of studying.
The students also shared their experiences on how they stayed up to speed with academics even though it was not motivational.
And that didn't stop me from continuing my academics because I drew up a timetable for myself, which I strictly followed every day. At my school, we also did some online classes, which also helped us tremendously.
So it wasn't really that easy for me to cope with school, but I was able to study because we had online classes, and with the school, it was amazing, and I had a good time.
With the reopening of schools, it's not business as usual as there are now COVID-19 protocols to undergo. What then is the mood of the students?
For me, I would prefer physical classes because the teacher is there and you get to interact more with the teacher, and it's much more understandable when the teacher is there.
Now I want to stay here because physical classes are much better because you can discuss with your teachers more and everything is much better because at home you're just by yourself. You cannot discuss with your teachers or your friends, so it's better that we resume schools now rather than later.
I'm really elated. I'm really excited to be back to school. Because now that we can resume, we can do our normal activities, we can resume, we can do our practicals, we can go for excursions.
This is Agbaje Alessandra, a teacher in one of the secondary schools in Abuja, who narrates how he was able to survive during the lockdown.
The door, it's just like a floodgate of opportunity for any teacher has just opened. You can now meet the children regardless of a school wall, using the necessary platform that is available to you. And that's what we did as a school. Apart from the palliative that was coming, a smart teacher was able to engage other children outside the school wall, and that becomes an extra income for him.
After staying away from school for about 10 months, following the federal government directive to the Federal Ministry of Education to shut down school as a way to curtail the novel coronavirus, principal, student, and teacher says that coronavirus has brought a lot of setback, but as well it has also taught them the way to use technology to teach their students. Emmanuel Howard reporting from Maryland with Nancy.